Mm. So, it's Friday the 13th, 2023. Let me sip from your cranium. I'd love to do horror films. I would. I'd love to. Oh, I believe I could strike fear in the hearts of enormous men. I believe that I already do. Oh my God. Oh my God. Swan to the oldies. Swan to the oldies. Ben Simmons. How's your back? How is your back? That's all I have to ask. How is your back? Anyway, last night, poor Sassy. Poor Sassy was having a hard time, and there is vomit somewhere in this house that is yet to be discovered. I think it's under my bed. I do. Poor thing. She's getting older, and she has trouble getting her hairballs up. She does, and she gets all upset. And she was all, snuggly on me. I was rubbing her tummy and rubbing her ears, and she was, like crying. And then she went and puked, and then came back and cried some more, and then went and puked some more. I don't know where. Poor thing. I'm glad I'm not a cat, because like vomiting is my least favorite thing. It is. Oh, it's up there. It's up there with my least favorite things. Vomiting. Oh, ugh. Mm, yeah. And it is pouring down rain, and my hip is just like hurting real bad. And I missed my massage last week because I had to cancel it because my period was so bad. And I got this like bump underneath my shoulder blade, and it's there all the time. And it gets worked on all the time. And when I was in those bad car accidents, I used to get trigger point therapy at this very, very spot. And it's also around where when Brody pushed me down the stairs, I broke a rib, right? And oh my God, both sides. I had Omar punch me in the back last night. I told him, I said, get your knuckle. I said, give me a knuckle and just punch. I showed him where to punch me. And I wanted him to hit me harder, but, he was a little freaked out. He didn't feel comfortable punching me. I mean, can you blame him? I understand. I wouldn't have felt comfortable either because I was asking him to hit me hard. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I hurt. I hurt. Mm, yeah. So yesterday, I went and got my fictitious business license or business name. I went and filed my fictitious business filing, right? I get this email from the county saying that I have to wear a mask when I go in. So I made a mask. I made myself a mask yesterday. Made one of my paper bag masks. Yep. So I cut out the eyes and the shoulders, and then across the mouth I wrote, "How is your breath today?" And on the back I wrote, "This is a PSA. Mask mandates enable crime. Have a nice day." Oh my God. That's what I wore to file my fictitious business name. The lady's like, "You can take that off." I'm like, "Why'd I get an email saying I had to wear it?" She was like, "Oh." I said, "I'm making a point." It was funny. Oh, it was really funny. The whole thing was really, really funny. People didn't know what to do. I laughed about it like all night. I amuse myself. So I gotta amuse myself, right? My life is pretty boring. You know, I live very isolated, without friends or family, right? And under constant harassment, always looking over my shoulder, right? Did you see vomit? Are you looking? You can turn a light on. Where he peed? You can turn a light on in here. Yeah, somebody peed on the floor. Somebody. It wasn't me. It wasn't Daddy. It wasn't Sassy. Who was it? Was it the fish? Did devilfish pee on the floor, Brody? Devilfish peed on the floor. Oh my gosh. Devilfish grew legs, jumped out of the aquarium, and peed on the floor. That's what Brody says. Will you turn on the overhead light? Ooh. Let there be light. I got my eyelashes did the other day. I braved the weather. I almost couldn't get home. And I thought, now I'm going to have to walk through the mud. And I was wearing espadrilles. I have to walk through the mud wearing espadrilles. All because of these eyelashes. My eyelashes were falling out. They were falling out because I'm allergic to makeups. And I like to look girly, right? Right? So I don't have to wear eye makeups if I wear the eyelashes. So I get them done. It's like the only fake thing I have. But I almost couldn't get home. I had to go all the way around the mountain. And now it's pouring down rain again. We had a nice break yesterday. Let the ground around here have a little bit of time to drain, right? Right? It's like when you make those sand castles, those drippy sand castles at the beach, you know, when you get the really, 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 really wet sand, you get a bucket. You get a bucket and you go down to the water and you scoop up some water and then you mix a little bit of sand in it so that it's like really, really soupy sand, and you let the sand drip through your fingers and you make little drips. They look like creepy, creepy mountains, right? So when the water comes out, then that sand gets real hard, right? So hopefully yesterday, water. Oh, the ground here was firmer. It was. You could feel it walking around, like the ground didn't have that mush to it, right? And now it's pouring. It is. And Omar's listening to hyphy. Oh, speaking of hyphy, watched some of a documentary yesterday on fungi. Some people say fungi. Some people say fungi. Some people say fungi. What is the correct pronunciation? Does it depend on whether you have Latin roots or Greek roots? Octopuses? It is octopuses. It is not octopi. Octopuses. Octopus is a Greek word. And making something plural with an I is Latin. And Greek and Latin are not the same language. They don't even have the same alphabet. No, they don't. Oh, did you hear that? It's my tummy growling. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make pancakes today. I've been saying I want to make these pancakes, so I have this dark chocolate. I've barfed Tony Chocolonely. Dark chocolate. I'm going to make chocolate coconut pancakes. Chocolate coconut pancakes. And then I have some fresh berries in there. I have chocolate coconut pancakes with fresh berries and pomegranate syrup. and a scrambled egg. Sounds good to me. Yeah, fat girl likes to eat. Big fat Larissa, gonna make some fat girl pancakes. Usually I make an egg sandwich for breakfast. Usually it's like one scrambled egg, folded up with a piece of cheese, and putting it on like English muffin or a slice of homemade bread. Last night for dinner, had toasted cheese sandwiches. I made baguette. I did the other day. I made baguette, and I put most of them. I put 2 of them in the freezer, and we ate one right away. I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm not going to take it. What's area code 720? I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I don't know who that is. They can leave a message. 720-856-9528. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is? I don't know who that is. 720. Where is that? I don't know. Anyway. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Nothing. Oh, so this painting. We're going to take this painting into the gallery this weekend. It's going to take all day. It's going to take all day to get this painting in and hang it. It's a big deal. Hanging a painting and hanging a painting this big. Oh my gosh. Then once that's in, then we can start moving stuff in. They left a voicemail. Ooh, I wonder who it is. It's going to be, who could it be? I don't know. Maybe it's Keanu Reeves. Hey, Mr. Keanu Reeves. Big Tofu. Big Tofu said hello to me on the YouTubes. Big Tofu did. I commented on one of his shorts, and he said hello. And I said hi. I like that Keanu Reeves. I do. And I do not hold Bill and Ted against you, dude. No, Bill and Ted was good fun. Good, clean fun. And you've done a lot of really great films, yeah. I know everybody's like, oh, The Matrix. I don't think it's your best, no. I think Little Buddha was like awesome. And I was all skeptical when I went to go see that. I saw that in the theater. I did. I saw that in the theater. I saw that at the Main Art Theater in Royal Oak. That's where I saw Little Buddha. The Main Art in Royal Oak. That was really good. It was. Everybody's like, how's Keanu Reeves going to play Siddhartha Gautama? It was awesome. It was really good. Yeah, you were good, Siddhartha. You are. You're really good. Yeah. Private Idaho was very tender. It was. I should watch that again. It's been a long time. I loved River Phoenix. Did you find more vomit? Not yet. I think it's under my bed here. I think when I fold up the couch, I'll find it. I think it's where she threw up, was under the couch. Anyway. Charles Barkley and Shaquille Achilles, Kenny and Ernie. Ernie was back to wearing his crazy ties last night. Oh, I love that Modrian tie. Oh, yeah, that Modrian style tie. Yeah. And those Modrian paintings. Oh, my goodness. Modrian. Yes, love them. Love them. Yeah. I love drinking from skulls. I do. I love skulls. I like Bones. Bones Highland. Oh my goodness. He has my favorite name. He is my favorite name in all the NBA. Bones. Seriously, he must have been like a skinny little thing when he came out. And his mom was like, oh my God. Is that a baby? Is that just a pile of bones? I call him Bones. Oh my gosh. Bones. I call him Golgotha. That's your nickname, Bones. I call you Golgotha. The plates of the skulls. Where they crucified Jesus. Yeah. So, do you think Adam Silver's going to do that number 11 game like I said? I had that other, I also had that other suggestion for a vanity game, right? vanity games. My other suggestion for a vanity basketball game is that giant Slavs against everybody else, and at halftime, the giant Slavs fight each other. And afterwards, tiny little dancing ladies with gold teeth serve palinka and pierogi. I want a grill. I do. When I first started dancing, oh, my whole family was just like incensed. You know. No, it's a long. It's. Anyway, my aunt, she's like, "You gonna get a grill?" I was like, "What? Maybe I will. Maybe I will get a grill. Oh, someday I'll get a grill." Be all creepy, right? Totally. Wear a grill and do it and make a horror film. I can make some scary faces. Sometimes I creep Omar out. Sometimes I creep myself out. Creepy. Larissa can be real creepy. But I'm not a creep. No. I'm just a little spooky. I went to go pick up my clock. I got this clock, right? I got this clock that's haunted. It is. It's haunted by my grandmother, I believe. Anyway, my father made it. He made 2 of them. He made 2 clocks when he and my mother got engaged in high school. He gave one to his mother, and he gave one to my mother's mother. And they're signed. And mine quit working in a very creepy manner. Yes. I was saying rosary, and the clock broke. I'm not making this up. This is a true story. Anyway, this was years ago. I took the clock to get repaired. This was around Thanksgiving. The guy told me it would take 2 weeks. It is now January. And I went to go pick up the clock. And oddly, he couldn't even produce the clock. But he claims to have it. I hope he actually has it. It is a haunted clock. It is. Yes. Haunted clocks. Our jukebox is haunted as well. It plays whatever it wants. It doesn't play what you ask it to play. So I don't even bother putting titles in it. It needs some work though. Like other stuff. Like it needs it's woofer. It has a blown subwoofer. It's raining again.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some rain today.
Well, last night finally the basement was finally all dried up. It's gonna get all wet again.
It's not supposed to be. I didn't think it was supposed to be heavy. It was more just supposed to be kind of drizzling for.
It's not supposed to be heavy.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We've gotten a couple big blasts here already this morning. There's like all kinds of stuff on the coast collapsed. Erosion here has been a problem for a long time. Like, we've been talking about erosion for a long time. This is nothing new. It's just that, the storms. You found the barf?
Well, there's a little bit there and a little bit there.
Yeah, but there's more than that. She was making all kinds of. She was really, really upset. She was like howling and crying. You know the sound she makes, like when she got something in her mouth, like a rat. Oh, that sound. She was making that sound. Creepy eyeballs. Yes. So the clock. I hope it's okay. It's irreplaceable. And it is haunted. And my grandmother is not friendly. No. One time there was a gal here cleaning the house. And she damaged one of my paintings. Right? She knocked it off the wall and it damaged it. And then she was in the dining room cleaning. and one of the chairs flew across the room at her. She went running out of the room. I told her she could go after that. It was my grandma. It was. Anyway, I got a statue of Virgin Mary in here, and it turns itself. I wonder who's doing that. I was really upset the other day. I'm like, Omar, did you turn the Virgin Mary? He's like, what? I'm like, did you? Did you turn her? He's like, no. So he got up and he turned her the way I like to have her face in the room, right? So far, she hasn't moved yet. Full of grace! No, I'm not making this up. I was really upset. I'm like, are you turning the Virgin Mary? Because I turn it all the time. So I wonder who's doing that. The day that my Uncle Joe died, Uncle Joe Deskovich, my Grandma Rose's youngest brother, the day he died, there's this candy dish that she gave my other grandmother for Christmas, right? And my other grandmother gave it to me when she was moving out of our house and getting rid of stuff. She's like, oh, your Grandma Rose gave this to me for Christmas. It was full of homemade fudge. Or not homemade fudge. It was full of something. It was full of something that my nuts, or it was nuts. It was full of nuts is what it was. It's like, it's candy dish. My Grandma Rose had these nuts. It was off a nut tree, one of her family members up in Nanny Glow, right? Anyway, the lid from that candy dish flew off at me and shattered at my feet the day my Uncle Joe Deskovich died. And I didn't know, right? Like, I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was that all of a sudden, I had a really, really strong craving for rye bread. So I baked some rye bread. Yeah. Then I found out like 2 weeks after he died, that he had died. Because I had dreams. I know. I have funny dreams when there's death. And I finally reached out, texted my father. I said, who's dead? He's like, your Uncle Joe just died. I was like, oh. I knew. They threw the dish at me. So, yeah. Anyway. Try to stay dry today. Try to stay dry.